I'm Tarashaun, and welcome to another Blender Babes review. Yes, we are going to watch these four blenders make a delicious apple, pineapple, and carrot juice. But first, we're going to discuss the similarities and differences between these four Blendtec blenders. The Blendtec Total Blender Classic, the Designer, the Signature, and the Stealth. Okay, here you have the Blendtec Total Blender Classic, which is slightly older than these two models. Next, you have the Designer series, which is a really innovative blender. As you can see, it has a very sleek design, and it's slightly heavier at 8 pounds than these two, which weigh 6 pounds.
Oh.
This is the Signature series, which is Blendtec's latest design that seems to combine the best features of the Classic and Designer, which we're going to go over shortly. Last, you have the Stealth, which is truly an amazing blender, especially if you need a quiet blender. Okay, essentially, the Stealth is a commercial grade blender that's used in restaurants and smoothie shops and any place that you have several blenders going at one time, because this enclosure is going to actually make this the quietest blender in the world, which is pretty exciting. So it's now available for home use, and we're going to tell you all about it soon. Okay, so these are the basic home models, which are the Total Blender Classic, Designer, and Signature series. These three models all have a 13 amp, 1560 watt, 3 peak horsepower motor. Okay, the Stealth is an advanced commercial blender and features a very powerful 15 amp, 1800 watt, 3.8 horsepower motor.
Oh.
Okay, all four of these blenders are some of the most powerful blenders that you can buy for your kitchen. One of the great things that all these blenders have, which we love about Blendtec, is that they're all automatic, meaning you can press a button, walk away from the machine, and it's going to speed up, slow down, and shut off when the cycle's done, which you can always see what's going on by looking here at the digital displays. Okay, one of the most obvious differences between the Classic and Signature series is that they use push buttons, while the Designer and Stealth is touchscreen technology. Okay, each model has several preset automatic controls. So the Blendtec Classic and Designer have 6 presets, which include ice cream, soup, smoothie, whole juice, dips or batters, and ice crush. The Signature has 5 presets, which have all of the ones I just mentioned except ice crush. The Stealth is in a whole another category. It has 42 pre-programmable settings. You can actually make your own settings with something called the Blend Wizard, which is pretty amazing. And that just comes in handy when you want to choose the 6 different options that you have. So for the purposes of our review, we're just going to program it to the whole juice button for juicing. Okay, you'll notice with these blenders is that the words on the Classic are actually written on the buttons. Okay, the Designer uses icons, and the Signature uses icons and words. Okay, the Designer and Signature presets are also listed in the order of blend cycles from the timing, which is the lowest to the highest. So batters is 23 seconds, and soups over here is 90 seconds. Okay. You'll also notice that the Total Blender Classic has several different types of blends for one button. So for example, the sauces, dips, dressing, and batters button is the same as the batters button here, okay? Which basically means that it runs for 23 seconds at fluctuating speeds for those types of blends. Similarly, the soups, syrups, and fondues button is the same as the soup button here. Basically that it runs for 90 seconds at the highest speed pretty much the whole time. All blenders offer manual speeds to give you more control over your blends. Okay, the Classic and Designer, this one has 10 manual speeds. This one has manual speeds that increase incrementally. Okay, and then this one has 5 speeds, the Signature. Okay, when you're using your manual speeds, all blends will automatically stop after 50 seconds. Okay, to use the manual speeds on the Classic, you have the speed up and down buttons, which you must press an equal number of times for the speed that you want, okay? You can change the speed again while pressing it up and down during the blend, okay? And you can see the speed that you're on will show you here on the digital display. Okay, so I'm gonna just show you real quick. Turn it on, that would help. Okay, so we're gonna take it to speed 9. And then stop it. So essentially you have to press it to reach the different manual speeds. Okay, for the designer, the speeds range between 1 and 9. Okay, and it's gonna incrementally increase as you slide along the touch screen or down. Okay, with the designer, you can also quickly pick the speed, which is really nice. So I'm gonna take it to 9 right away. And stop it, okay? So for the signature, there's only 5 speeds. And the reason is that these are the 5 speeds that Blendtec found were the most used by consumers. Okay, the first speed is really a half speed, and it's the slowest RPMs that you can do, and which is great for like thicker things like ice creams, and it allows also for more torque. Okay? Oh. The second speed is the same as the Classic and Designer's speed 3. And then the third speed is the same as 4 on these guys. And the fourth speed here is the same as speed 7. And the fifth speed here is the same as speed 9. And don't worry, when you buy a Signature Series blender, they give you a little breakdown of how it works, so you'll be able to tell. Okay, the Classic and Designer, okay, let me just get these back on here. The Stealth is similar to the Designer in that it has the incremental touch slide, and you can go straight to it as well and slide along. Okay, so it's very similar to these. And what's great about the Stealth is you also have 6 pre-programmed options that you can program. You can program it with a speed, you can program one to be a pulse, and then you have like 42 other options. You can also even create your own programs with something called the Blend Wizard, which is pretty amazing. Okay, so this is just gonna give you a lot more versatility. Okay. All blenders also have a pulse feature. Okay, the Classic has a pulse button, which is written on the button, of course. And then the Designer and Signature each have this little cute kind of pulse like you see at the hospitals, okay? And with the Stealth, you also have the pulse, okay? And again, it's gonna give you more control. Okay, you can stop the cycle mid-blend with all blenders. Okay, so let's just make this easier. So when you are blending with the Classic, you'll press a button and any button will stop it. So any button that you press while it's blending, the blender will stop. With the Designer series, you have this stop button as well as with the Signature and the Stealth. So a lot of people, I think, were confused with the Classic. They didn't know where the off button was or wondering where it was. So Blendtec decided to make an off button. So you just press the little cross icon when it's running. You know that we'll do that there too. So to turn off these machines, you have the stop button, and then there's also a power button. So the Classic and Signature have the power button here in the back, and the Designer and Stealth have an actual power button. And you can see it illuminated Okay, so there's also 3 jars that go on any of these blenders, and they're all interchangeable, which is really nice. So this is the Wildside jar. It has a 4-inch blade. It's definitely the best jar that you can get to blend massive amounts. It's 90 ounces, and it can pulverize anything. If you've seen the Will It Blend videos, they blend iPhones and rakes and golf balls and all kinds of cool stuff. There's also a twister jar, which is used for thicker spreads like nut butters, ice cream sometimes. I use it for, and just smaller, thicker purees like baby food. There's also a 4-side jar, which is slightly smaller than this one, and I use that a lot when I'm grinding or just making smaller portions. Okay, and they're all interchangeable between all of these jars, which is great because if you have a classic and your kid's going away to college and you want to give them a blender, and you've got the extra twister jar, you can give them your blender and then get one of these blenders and it would still fit on there. So the jars are all interchangeable. Okay, the design of these jars is a square jar, and it's been tested and proven to pull the ingredients down into the blade. Okay, this makes it very, very easy to make smoothies and juices because all you do is add the ingredients to the blender, you press a button or an icon, and you can walk away from the blender. Okay, you don't have to hold the lid down. You don't have to manually stop it when you see something's done. You can literally press a button, walk away, clean up stuff in your kitchen, which is what I do. By the time I come back, my kitchen's in clean, my smoothie's ready to go, and I'm out the door. Okay, one thing we get a lot of questions about and really want to discuss is the noise. Okay, any commercial blender without an enclosure like this is going to make louder than your average blender's noise. Okay, your average department store blender is not as powerful, anywhere near as powerful as these, and they're not as noisy, even though they're noisy. So if you want to have a high quality commercial blender that you can literally do anything you want and it be able to blend your morning smoothie at 5 a.m., then the Stealth is the way to go. Okay, I've definitely been testing recipes at 11 o'clock at night, and I have to shut all the windows. You know, now that the Stealth is finally available, I'm sure that anyone looking for the quietest blender on the market will not be disappointed. Okay, we're finally going to discuss the warranty. Okay, the Total Blender Classic, Designer, and Signature all come with a full 7-year warranty, and that covers everything top to bottom, includes the jar, includes everything. Okay, for anyone that has been through several department store blenders over the years, you'll appreciate this comprehensive warranty and feel very secure with your purchase, knowing that you're buying a high quality product that has a typical lifespan of 15 to 20 years. Now the Stealth is a commercial blender, and as it stands right now, it comes with a commercial warranty, which is 3 years and 1 year on the jar. Okay, now keep in mind a commercial location is blending 300 smoothies a day. So in your family, you might blend maybe 3 to 5 at most a day, which is a lot. That's gonna last you a long time, but you do have a 3-year warranty on these, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so that's our review of the similarities and differences of these popular Blendtec blender models. You can go to blenderbabes.com/Blendtec to order yours today with free shipping from Blender Babes, and you also get a free gift. So we are going to blend up this juice for you right now, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments and we're happy to get back to you. Now we're gonna make some juice. Whole juice.